Hi everyone and welcome back to SunBurst Tarot, where today we're going to be doing a reading on Zayn Malik and Gigi Hadid. So I wanted to take a look at them as I had just done a reading on Gigi and her in with my most recent Taylor Swift reading, see if they're friends, and that was really interesting. And then I know I've been promising that I was going to do an update on Zayn, so that'll be coming up here soon. I have a live stream, so we're going to do a deep dive just onto Zayn. But what I really wanted to look into is the actual relationship between Zayn and Gigi. What was kind of the energy beforehand? Then they had their kid, and now they've broken up. So I kind of want to do a little bit of a deep dive into their relationship rather than them specifically, because we're going to be doing that in different videos. So quick reminder before I get started into what's kind of going on. Everything I'm saying is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. No facts, y'all, just my opinions, psychic downloads, and the such. So if you want to use what I'm saying to help form your own thoughts, opinions, and conclusions, please do so. If you don't want to, you don't have to. So without further ado, let's take a look into what is just the general vibe between Gigi and Zayn. I don't know too much about about their relationship. Just that all I knew is that they got together, they had a kid, then they divorced, and that's it. I don't know much else other than some stuff that's been said in my comment section, but I don't know if that's true or not. So let's see. The Hermit card reversed. Seeing this is generally, they both pull each other out of their comfort zones of where they need to be, where they have been, and the such. I also get here with all the hands coming up. There's a lot of people within their relation that are in their relationship. Just grabbing some tea. There's a lot of people in their relationship that they have as they're now kind of co-parenting, because it's like there's a lot of people and there's a lot of hands that are in there, putting in their opinions, putting in their objectives, wanting this, and this, and the such. Why is this the world? Because who they are in front of the cameras, who they are in front of the entire world, and who they are both behind the cameras, the glitz and the glam, their private life and their public life are two very different things. So how they've been portrayed in the media, I would say, is not how they are portrayed. It's not how they actually are behind the scenes. So if there's like people who leak stuff or put tea out there on their relationship and stuff like that, I wouldn't put too much stock in it. I would really just look at it as like, okay, that's just gossip, as it seems like that's something that's really important to people around them to always have, like, oh, we want them. It's like, I almost see it as like weaponized media, where if there's stuff going on being said about Zayn or Gigi and their parenting or things out in the World Wide Web, when it comes to their parenting or their relationship or that, it's all smoke and mirrors. Because the people who are talking about it are the ones who want to tear both of them down rather than just see them happy in their, whether that's together or in their own separate lives. There's a lot of people in this relationship and it's weird to me. So, because from a financial influence, yep, there's our triangle people, eyes wide shut, and those people, that's really interesting. Because it's like, financially, this is what motivates them. That's what they were together for. It feels like they were both kind of chained to the organization, this system, if one would say, to bring everything together. Unseen obstacles for them. They're also both very, it feels like, temperamental people, where they can both go from 0 to 100 really quick. And both of them have maybe difficulties in regulating their emotions when it comes to their relationship or just relationships in general, where, yeah, they go from 0 to 100 really quick, or from 100 down to 0 really quick. It's like they both have untreated, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a psychologist, just picking up on energy here. It seems like they both have unhealed traumas that can set them off really, really quickly, and they bring out the worst and the best of each other. Or I should say, they pretty much bring out the worst in each other because each one of them triggers the unhealed wounds within them really badly, whether that's intentional or unintentional. Unseen obstacles here is the Death card. Transformation. I'll have to Looking at their relationship, is someone, that's weird. Is someone like going to be, hold on, negative influence? There's a lot of stuff that both of them also keep hidden from one another. They don't tell them everything that's going on. They're not transparent. They weren't transparent when they got together. They weren't transparent when they were together. And they're sure as heck not transparent afterwards. These two, both of them, hold secrets like nobody's business. Nobody's business. Both of them are so, they just don't feel like either one can actually express themselves in the way that they needed to. Because, because even though they hold on to other people's secrets like nobody's business, but their own shit, their own secrets, their personal secrets, they can't, there's stuff that's been revealed to both of them. Oh gosh. You know how sometimes when you're in a relationship, I mean, whether this is a friendship or a romantic relationship or something else, or like with your parents even, where like you would talk to someone and then like you hear through the grapevine that like you would just, so say you just talk to like your friend, and then like, and like then you go and like after you're done hang out with your friend, you then go and like hang out with like a different mutual friend that you guys have, and then that mutual friend reveals something about like that friend or family member that you thought would have been like common knowledge to like talk, like you thought that they would have told you that thing. That's what it feels like for Gigi and Zayn. It's like both of them have shit that they talk about, but they don't talk about it with each other. They talk about it with other people, and then other people tell one another, and then they're like, why the heck did you just not tell me? So it's like, that's one of the things is like, they hold on to other people's secrets, and then they find secrets out from other people about them. Like, it's super weird and kind of convoluted. It's like neither, like, they just can't talk to each other, is what it feels like. Because, like, they hold on to stuff, they hold on to the reservations, their inner thoughts and stuff, but they also reveal, there's also secrets that are revealed about their inner thoughts to other people that then tell. It's a super convoluted thing. Because here in the past, yeah, they also started to see through one another's, like, traumas, but I also get like they also saw through one another's like masks. So like they're really like, if they would have just communicated, this actually feels like a pretty healthy relationship, to be 100% honest. But because here in the future the Empress reversed. Also, what is her name? I forget Gigi's mom, but Gigi's mom doesn't like them. Did not like them together either. Gigi's mom's the one who's like, dump him, get rid of him. She doesn't like this she never liked this relationship. She still doesn't like this relationship, and she will never like this relationship. I'm really concerned about this death card down here as the unseen obstacle, so I'm going to pull on this more just because I'm actually kind of concerned here. But again, I'm just looking at this, and it feels like they were brought together through the powers that be of the sides of three. And they're just weird. It's just weird, weird, weird. I wanted to say that they are, like, again, this feels like it could have been an extremely healthy relationship, but it's like secrets, or people were trying to split them apart from the very beginning, and then those people ended up getting their way in the end of not having them be together. So weird. But I'm going to take a look into this death card. Why am I pulling from these again? I don't need these for this. I'm going to grab out this deck. No, it's him. So what's this? Do I really need this deck for this? Do I want to use this? No. Sorry. I'm just going to grab out In2it Tarot for this. What's going on with this death card? Because I'm kind of concerned here for this relationship. This is the unseen obstacle. It's like you have to transform. Why is that an obstacle? Death and rebirth, right? What's going on here? I'm actually really concerned for this. Very concerned. Because again, I am kind of worried for this One Direction reading now that we gotta do. Let's just check. What's this death card all about here? Four of Wands. Reverse. So this is divorce, not being together, your home, your foundation being flipped upside down, no more celebrations. Or this could, why is this? Three of Wands, you're not moving forward, you're not moving, you have to rethink things. Why is this an obstacle? Financially, material motives, you're saying one thing, you're doing another with stuff. Your hard work's not paying off, and that's kind of the fear here. It's like I've tried to put in all this effort, but it's not working. Unseen obstacle here, the King of Wands. Is this Zayn? Kind of feels like it, but I don't think it is him. Someone can defend themselves against something. Someone's trying to be sneaky and get away with something. Here in the past, you were feeling stuck, and here in the future, we're kind of imbalanced. We aren't balancing both the light or the dark. It feels like we're all light or we're all dark. What is this about? Because in one hand, this feels like is someone in this relationship passing soon? Like, are we taking the death card literally right now? Because there's that part of it, and like I'm seeing this from their relationship, is like something needed to change. And so like when we're looking at it in something in within Zayn and Gigi's relationship, like something needed to change, and that was the obstacles. Like you needed to change. Why are we changing this? Because you needed to get rid of each other. Why did we need to get rid of each other? Because you need to go in a different direction. Because you're not, oh, you guys aren't listening to us. You guys are, it's almost like, that's what this is. Okay, now it's hit me. Zayn and Gigi together did not listen to the powers that be. They were kind of just going off and doing their own thing. And because they were doing that, they're like, no, you guys can't be together anymore because when you're together, you guys don't listen. But when you're apart, you guys listen. So we need you gone. You guys can't be together anymore. So you guys need to transform. Someone needs to go. We need to break you up. It needs to be divorce, XYZ, because we need to be able to get away with stuff when it comes to you two, and you two together are too smart and too capable of getting out of our clutches from the powers that be in this case. That's what this is all about. Interesting. So, with that being said then, what actually split them apart? What actually got them to split apart? Because seeing this, it's given me the sense of like Zayn and Gigi actually were very healthy for one another. They were very good for one another. And again, I don't know why they actually split. So, because it feels like again, like I was saying before, there's a lot of other people in this relationship that feels like it's in both of their ears saying, that's not that good. That's not that good. But actually together, they're really, really good. That's what I'm feeling. But alas, I don't know them personally, so I don't know all the ins and outs to this relationship. But let's see, what actually split these two apart? The Two of Cups. Why is this? What? Unseen obstacle or financial influences. What split them apart? What? I'm not seeing them actually being apart. Like, what is this? Cause like, what I'm seeing is like, what split them apart? Well, we're not apart. We're still here together. You could see this as like, oh, this is like a codependent relationship, but like, this is like, they're two people in love still. Why is this? Because we want to make this work. There's like a fire sign here. Remember, Zayn was kind of showing up as the King of Wands before, right? Gigi showing up here as the Queen of Wands. So it's like they're like together still in like some way. Like they actually co-parent really well. Like they get along, but they don't get along. Like this is super weird. Because the only thing that I'm seeing here is like financially, like we had some bad business things. Like we didn't talk about finances good enough. Like there was issues with that. Maybe there were issues with career and the such. Because like the hopes here is like we have to split. Well, why? And the unseen obstacle here is the Queen of Cups, which is someone just being overly emotional, someone being really bitchy, the negative influence, someone was seeing the greener side of life, the negative or the positive influence, like your work isn't cutting out for you. Because there's Zayn in the past, King of Wands, being upright, strong, and in charge. And then here now, it's like you have to be like, now you guys are poor and like you don't have resources, you don't have stuff. Like splitting was like a huge thing. What is going on here? Because what I see is like these two, why did they split? I mean, you could see this too as like maybe they were too enmeshed and then someone was like, holy shit, we took a step back. And then it's like, oh, we're way too enmeshed. We can't be this way. And so that freaked them out. And so it's like, okay, I'm too enmeshed. We do too much together. I'm feeling I'm feeling uncomfortable and comfortable, and I'm feeling uncomfortable because I'm happy, and so because of that they ran the other way. And that's what I'm kind of seeing. Like, why did they split up? Because someone got very uncomfortable being happy because they weren't accustomed to being happy. They weren't accustomed to an easy relationship. They weren't accustomed to that. So when they had that, they needed to run because that is not the norm that was put on them, in my opinion. Because everything else here, it's like, yeah, no, this is a pretty good relationship. That is legitimately what I am seeing. Why did they split? Because someone, I think, just got scared and ran. Because they got too close. They were too enmeshed. They had too much of like a codependent relationship. But what I'm seeing is this wasn't actually a codependent relationship. It was just a healthy relationship. So let's take a look at their actually, like when they were together. I want to take a look at their relationship when they were together. What was it like? Like, how did Zayn feel about Gigi and how did Gigi feel about Zayn? Because again, I don't know why these two split. These two split, it just seems like because one just got cold feet and ran because it was too easy. It's wild to me, but that's what I'm feeling. I can't say a lot more other than that's what I'm feeling. So let's just see. How did Zayn feel about Gigi? Queen of Wands. Y'all saw me shuffle. That's how he saw her. The Queen of Wands. Someone who was bold, beautiful, doing what she wanted to do, putting herself out there. She was always investing in herself, making herself and being successful in her career and her endeavors and the such. From financial influence, she was getting rid of the burdens. She was restructuring things and always being like putting herself out there and always trying to do something new, finding stability. She's unloading things that she doesn't need in her life anymore. However, the hopes and fears here, there was a sense that there was a material, like I think it was like a work-life issue, work-life balance, and I think that was kind of the one thing that Zayn just saw Gigi struggling with, is that work-life balance of like, how do you balance your private life and your public life, your work life and your family life? Like, that was just a struggle for her. It's either she was all in or all out on one or the other, and that was just something that she struggled with. But that doesn't seem like it was like a huge issue within their relationship. It's just, this is something that you struggle with. This is the powers that be, who have this three with the sides of three triangle organization, got in the middle of this relationship, in my opinion. This is, yeah, because the other negative influence, there were powers that be that were really mean, nasty, were trying to get away with stuff, putting words in people's ears. These two were too strong together, is what I'm hearing. Is what was going for them, or for this situation. The King of Cups. Also, Zayn was a little bit emotionally unbalanced, it seems like. He had his own wounds that they knew that they could trigger, that would then trigger the relationship, in my opinion. Because, yeah, here in the past, 9 of Cups, I feel emotionally fulfilled. This feels right. We're doing well. And then here in the future, it's like we get to be, like, I don't know, this couple was going, like, how does he see Gigi? Gigi's just going in this amazing direction, where she's just gonna be, he loves Gigi still. Like, he still loves her. I don't know how else to put this. Like, it's just like he just sees a few little things here and there, but she sees like she's going towards her happiness. She's going to be fiscally and financially responsible. She's going towards being like great in what she does in her career and her family life and everything. She's just got this all in, all out attitude. I don't know what else to say. That's what it feels like. What else? Like, okay, so how does Gigi feel about Zayn? Because again, This is all like the reason why they aren't together is because people don't want them together, in my opinion here. It's such a, I don't know, man. And maybe this has really changed since they split, but like, because I didn't read them when they did split or XYZ, but this has given me the sense of like, this is still a really healthy dynamic to a point, but I don't know. Okay, how does Gigi feel about Zayn? Knight of Cups. He rejected me. Zayn rejected me. Also kind of looks a little bit like Zayn too. He also thinks she also thinks Zayn gaslights a lot, and he's always trying to look towards new horizons. He's a gaslighter. He rejected me. He abandoned me. He's always looking towards new horizons, looking to travel, do this, do that. Does she support him in some way? As financially, it's like when it comes to like alimony and stuff like that, does she actually support him, or did they have like a prenup that like agreed to like everything was separate, but it's like, I help fund you, like, hopes and fears, because I because she's like, I'm afraid that you are like gonna end up in the poorhouse, like you don't have a lot of resources, you don't have a lot of money, unseen obstacles. Also, how she sees Zayn is that his expectations for what his life is, like, he still has a really awesome life. However, he hasn't reached the expectations that he's kind of set out for himself, so he's comfortable, but not, he doesn't feel like he's reached his goals. And I think that's how Gigi sees him. It's like, you're doing really good for yourself. You're making inroads. You're doing what you need to do. And like, you have this really nice, comfortable life, but it's like, you just don't see him. And it's like the unseen obstacle here is like, he hasn't met his expectations that he set for himself. Whether those expectations are ones that have been like set from like childhood or like, from like other people that now that he's taken on, because it feels like Zayn also takes on the weight of the world on his shoulders pretty easily, and like he expects himself to be the bigger, the brightest, the best in everything that he does. And in reality, it's like he's not, he struggles with uh he struggles with perfectionism. I think he also struggles with wanting to always move up, and like he never settles for things. He never settles for just being good. He wants to be great, then he wants to be the best, and then the bestest and the bestest of the best. So like that's kind of like what Zayn struggles with. And I think it's gotten a lot better because it seems like he's happy, but he's just not ecstatic. Also, here, his world came crumbling down. I don't know what this is all about. It's like, but his world has come crumbling down in some way. This might be with the whole thing with Liam, but like she sees him as someone who's like, his whole life crumbled. Everything's kind of blown up around him. But what's going for him? King of Pentacles. He's got a new offer on the table coming up. Also, there's more money coming to him in some way. Maybe this is through old record sales. Maybe this is through a new contract. But there's something coming up here with new monies coming his way. Maybe a new manager. Because here in the past, yeah, Two of Pentacles. It's like he was always all in or all out. He struggled with balancing work, life, family, and the such. But then here in the future, Nine of Swords. What is going? I can't wait. I'm scared for the One Direction reading next week. Or if you're watching this later, you can go check that out. I have a live stream. I will try and remember to link that here at the end of the video. But this is terrifying. Like she sees like Zayn being extremely paranoid in the next coming couple months. Lots of paranoia. Money's coming to him, but there's strings attached, is what this kind of feels like. Interesting. So let's just take a look. I want to do one quick thing left, and that is I just want to take a look at what's the future dynamic of Gigi and Zayn. Does it change? Do these two maybe get back together? Do they not? Again, it feels like they found a healthy balance, and if they wanted to get back together, like they could get back together. Like it's not like that wouldn't be far-fetched for them to get back together. Like again, I don't know why they aren't. I'm really struggling to see why they aren't. But let's just see. This is weird. What's going on? Honestly, yeah, what's going on here? What's the future of this dynamic? Five of Wands, healing, moving on, reconciling. However, we're gonna also a lot of internal turmoil because of our directions. Also, someone has to leave. Someone has to leave. I know there's a lot of stuff going on with visa statuses right now in the United States. I do believe Zayn's still in the US, but does he have to go and leave through a visa status? Because it seems like I gotta go. My home, I can't stay at home anymore, and I have to kind of fly the coop really quickly. Again, financially, these two are still intertwined. They're still good. They're going to be good. They're going to be like, we're still committed to the whole co-parenting thing. We want to get away with something. Is Gigi going to be moving? Does Gigi want to move to where Zayn has to go? Because it seems like Zayn has to leave. He has to leave the United States if he's still here. I don't know, but it seems like he has to leave, and it almost seems like Gigi wants to follow with him. Because, yeah, the unseen obstacle, it just seems like, is the industry. It's the industry. It's her family. Because they're the ones with the legacy within the entertainment industry. This is my entertainment industry card. Internet communities. Struggles here is we're not sure if... there's a lot of, like... we're feeling kind of weak. We're feeling put on our back foot when it comes to this relationship. But it also feels like this is more like societal pressures as well. Do they want to have another kid together? Like, because here in the past, like, yeah, I want to be my single lady self, but again, here in the future, Queen of Wands, get to go out, try different things. Again, does Gigi want to move where Zayn is? Because what I'm seeing here, once again, is Zayn and Gigi potentially getting back together. Again, I don't see them actually split. I don't know. I don't get it. I understand if others are like, you're crazy, but I'm not seeing it. Like, they want to have another kid here. The Empress card. I don't whatever. Okay. You know what? So this is what we're going to ask. Why are they pretty much split in front of the public then? Because everything I'm reading behind the scenes, they're still together in some way. So why are they essentially divorced or split up in the public eye? Why is that? I don't know. This is like weird. This is like one of the healthiest relationships that I've seen in Hollywood, which I know that's not a high bar, but it's kind of healthy. I don't know what else to say. The only other thing, again, it's just like they were too happy or comfortable, and people didn't want them together. On I'm she. But why are they not publicly together? Are they even publicly together, like, behind the scenes? Because, like, why aren't they publicly together, essentially? Even though it seems like they are. So maybe this is just a healthy co-parenting dynamic. But let's just see. Why aren't they together? Six of Cups. Bad blood between the two of them. Also wishy-washy nature. I'm just going to pull everything. Okay. So why aren't they? Because it would give them because people would then go back and there's something in their past that they don't want revealed. So them being split in front of the public is actually beneficial for them. Them being split on paper is beneficial for them. Actually, no, it's not beneficial for them, but it's easier for something. It's easier for their work. Them being split makes it easier for them for work. And for the paparazzi, the public, and PR. Them being split makes more sense. Okay, this is making more sense now because this is like we can't be together because people that like we then lose our appeal for our jobs. Why is this? Because we need to say one thing and do another thing, which is essentially like, let's say we're split but we're really together, but it benefits us both in our jobs because we need to have control over the money coming in, our finances. I make more money as a model if I'm single versus and Zayn makes more money if he's single in the public eye to his adoring fans. Being married does not conduce to being a pop star. Does not benefit being a top model. It just doesn't work like that. Five of Cups reversed, they've healed hopes and fears. Like, we've healed, like, we know where we stand. No one else needs to know where we stand. We've gone over our grief. We've gotten over the things going on. The unseen obstacle, though, here is an unhappy family life. But I see this more as, and like, we don't have the family unit, or we can't have the public family unit, but in reality, they have like a pretty solid family unit behind the scenes. That is what I'm kind of seeing. Because the negative energy here as well, someone is not getting the amount of money that they thought they would. I'm assuming this is Zayn, who is kind of down on his luck. He doesn't have a lot of money. These two are together in a civil union is what this feels like to me. In my opinion, because again, they have this contract, they have this deal, they are together. Here in the past, the four of Cups, like, we aren't looking towards what we don't have, and now we're looking at what we do have. And then here in the future, Seven of Cups, we're going to keep up the illusion, but again, I think they're together behind the scenes. They're still together. They still do things as a little family unit. It's not public. They still go out and do things together. They just can't be legally married, and they can't be publicly married or even together because it just hurts their careers, is what I'm seeing. Again, otherwise, they are still together in all things, in my opinion. That's what I see. So, the only other thing I want to kind of look into, let's just take a look at Gigi's family. How do they feel about Zayn? Because again, it doesn't feel like they like him too much, but Gigi likes him. I think she supports him because again, they're together. I don't know. Y'all, I just read cards. So, yeah, that's what I'm seeing. They're like the healthiest couple I've read in Hollywood. That's what I see. So, let's just take a look here. How does Gigi's family, the Hadids, feel about Zayn? This is kind of just the general family. The Hanged Man reversed. They don't... How they've seen him is how they always see him. They also just want her to kind of let him go. It's like, how do they see Zayn, or how do they feel about Zayn? It's like, why haven't you let him go yet? Just tell him to F off. Tell him to move. There's also a sense here of like, we really want to talk about how like their real relationship is, but we can't. Like, the family can't actually let people know how good Zayn and Gigi still are, because otherwise Gigi, I think, will cut them off. She controls the family finances, is what this kind of feels like, in my opinion. It's not that she bankrolls a lot of people, but she is kind of she's the one that brings the family status. She's the one who gets other people jobs. You mess with her or you say the wrong thing about her, and she also has a lot of respect within her family, or amongst a great many of her family members. Her mom, though, she does not get along with her mom. Her and her mom, like, do not get along. It feels like if anyone would spill how the real thing is, that it would be her. But again, it's like the mom just wants to bash Zayn until he doesn't even want to show his face anymore. She does not like him. Because over here, the financial influences is like, we want you to divorce him. We want you to get rid of him. Cut him off. Have him move out. They just don't want him around. Because the unseen obstacle here, or not the hopes and fears, it's like, you didn't even go through with the divorce. Like, you didn't even go through the legal paperwork. You didn't even really do anything. Like, you're trying to hide like stuff away. Like, you are like, why are you giving him alimony, or why is this going on, why is that going on? Like, you aren't even taking advantage of the laws. Also, the unseen obstacles too, there's a lot of lies. They are also, it all seems to be a part of this whole thing going on where it's like they just lie almost to themselves about this relationship. I don't know where this is coming from, but what I almost see this as is, and this is kind of the unseen obstacle, is like people have been putting thoughts in the family's heads about this relationship. I don't. This is super weird. It's like so there's like outside people who have like turned the Hadids against Zayn. I don't know why, and like they aren't going like against with their own personal like engagement with him. They are only like going off other people's thoughts or other people's opinions of him, and like that's how they've like formed their conclusions about him. However, this is part of a contract, part of a deal, an equal give and exchange. Like they see, and that's kind of a negative influence here. It's like him and Gigi have their own thing, and that's kind of what it is, and they have no say in it. If they had their way, these two would not speak to each other. They would be completely divorced. I don't know if it feels like they have some sort of like weird agreement behind the scenes that no one knows about. They just want these two divorced. Well, they are happy that they are divorced, like, and they aren't together, because that's again the positive influence here. It's like, yeah, they're divorced, but like they're still together, which is might confuse some people. Yeah, because here in the past, they also see Zayn has to leave too from here in the past. They didn't like, I don't think they liked that he was a foreigner, or yeah, a foreigner to them. I don't think they liked that he was. There's a few things they didn't like about him. One, he was a foreigner. Two, he didn't fit the part of what they wanted him to be. Three, he doesn't want to key with them, is what it feels like. Yeah, he went key with them. Also, they don't like the bond he has with his daughter. They hate the bond that he has with his daughter. They're like, that's weird. You're weird. Why do you have a bond? Why do you want to be a father? Like, Like, they do not like that Zayn is an active father, is what it feels like. Yeah, an active. I don't know if it's an active father or if it's more of a present father. That's what it is. He is a very present father. And they don't like that. Interesting. And then because here in the future, the Four of Cups, they are going to come around, though. It seems like they're going to be appreciative of him in some way. I wonder what that's kind of all about. But again, he's a very present father, which I think is not the norm for this family. The family don't know what to make of it. Also, I don't think they like that he shows up, because him showing up challenges their ideals of what a family looks like, and also it also challenges Gigi. And with Gigi being challenged, it challenges their mother. I forget as her name, Yolanda, but like it challenges the mother's control and authority over the family as well. Him being there is a great thing because it changes the dynamic of what a healthy relationship looks like, or what a healthy marriage can look like, or a healthy person looks like. And then that gets rid of the control the matriarch of the family has as well. That's what I'm kind of seeing. So that's what I see here for Gigi and Zayn, their relationship, their dynamic, and the such. So if y'all are interested, if you want to leave a high heel, if there's a high heel shoe or just a shoe emoji in general down in the comments below, I would really appreciate the engagement. Otherwise, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your own thoughts and opinions down below. Otherwise, if you want to book a personal reading, or if you want to join YouTube members to see videos like this early, check the description box down below. It has all that information plus more. So with that, thank you all again so very, very much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. So bye!